Okay, let's get right to it. Wandering Earth. Okay, now I stumbled across this because I was reading in the trades about how this one movie in China that was released a few months ago has already made over $300 million. And I was like, what? So I looked up the trailer, and of course, it was subtitled, and I didn't mind that so much. I like watching foreign films. And so it's all about, it happens 100 years into the future or more, and Earth has lost its sun. So the only way for it to stay warm is for the Earth to travel through space, wandering through space to get to another sun so that it could orbit it. And what happened is the Chinese government, along with other nations, pulled their resources together and built these engines that are within the core of the planet Earth that propel it. And of course, on its way to get to a new orbit around a new star, it gets sucked in by Jupiter's gravity, and it pulls Earth closer to Jupiter, and it's completely tearing it apart, causing earthquakes and all this, and humanity's getting destroyed and all this kind of stuff. And I have to say, the visual effects were pretty awesome. From the subtitling, I got an idea of what the movie was about. I have to say, it's very imaginative. I think it's based on a book by a Chinese author, and all of it looked great. The acting looked great. The visual effects were just, I mean, again, like I watched it twice, and I was like, wow. I mean, America needs to broaden its horizons when it comes to other films and have wide releases of movies like this. I think people will start to get used to seeing stuff in subtitling. Obviously, all the big marquee Hollywood movies are subtitled or dubbed in a different language to be shown overseas. We should get more exposure to what they're doing in other countries. I know in Japan, the Shin Godzilla had a limited release here, which I didn't get a chance to see. It wasn't in a theater that was around me. I really do appreciate the hard work that goes into, and man, if it's not creative. It just didn't look like anything that I had seen come out of Hollywood in a long time. And there was this one little tongue-in-cheek shot just before these guys were going to open up a hatch to an international space station and do a walk, and the hatch said "Made in China." It was really it had a double metaphor, that the movie was made in China. This is a Chinese production, and also China helped save the world. You kind of felt, because they were working with Russians and Americans and everything, that there was this unity that we all came together globally to save the planet. And when you look at a lot of Eastern cultures, even the original Japanese Godzilla had motifs about nuclear holocaust and what it would be like if, and this was after the Americans had dropped the bomb on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. And so their movie was like, when you do these things and you destroy these things, these creatures come up, and it was kind of like, hey, look, let's not kill ourselves. And so I like these themes, and Wandering Earth looked like a good movie. I'm going to look for it and see how I can find it to watch it here. But 300 million overseas, this movie's making bank. And my hat's off to the creators, and hats off to the visual effects artists. Everything looked really good about this movie. Have you seen the trailer or the movie Wandering Earth? Let's talk about it in the comments section, and we'll see you on the next one.